to my channel. So today, as you guys can see, I already have a full face of makeup on, but no lips. Today I wanted to play around with the Anastasia lip palette for you guys, do a little review, demos, swatches, the whole 9 yards. She came out with this beautiful palette, 18 lip shades to mix and match, make your own shades, use them individually, whatever your little heart desires. So today we're going to be playing around with this beauty. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I put some lipstick on my lips, then just go ahead and keep watching. I don't want to dip into it just because it looks so pretty right now. Ugh. Anyway, so with the palette, it did come with a spatula and a lip brush at the end, duo in one. And then it came with a mixing palette. So we're going to go ahead and use this today and mix the colors. I don't really know what I'm going to be mixing. They don't have names on the back. They only have numbers. So I am just going to be pointing to the ones that I use. Let's just go ahead and start mixing and seeing what comes about. They do look glossy to me. They could be matte. To be honest with you, I didn't really look up about this product. I just thought, I love Anastasia. I love her liquid lipsticks. I love her highlighters. I just love everything about her. So I needed this in my life. So peachy corally shade first. Oh, I don't want to dip into it. I'm just going to get a little bit and scrape it up. It looks like I jammed my nail into it. And I'm going to take the mixing palette, put it on the back. We're just going to see what happens here. Then I'm going to go ahead and take this dark brown red shade at the end. Put a little bit of that. This is so fun, honestly, though. If you're a freelance makeup artist, I feel like this would be perfect for you. Instead of having to take all your lipsticks with you, you just have to clean the spatula with alcohol every time. But honestly, this is genius. I'm obsessed. And then I'm going to take this pinky nude shade right here, right there, mixing that all together. I'm going to go ahead and mix that so far and see what happens. Let's see what we concocted here. Okay. So once I'm mixing this all together, all those shades we used, it turned out to be this pretty brown mauve tone shade, and it is matte. So pretty. Oh my gosh, this palette is so fun. I'm obsessed. This is genius. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. It dried matte, but it still has like a creamy look to it. It doesn't look drying on the back of my hand, which I can definitely appreciate. So now I'm going to go ahead and dive into like funner colors. I'm going to take this bright orange. I already kind of hit my nail in it. But I'm going to go ahead and take that bright orange, put that on the back of this palette mixer, and then I'm going to be real wild and dip into a little bit of the yellow. I guess I should have paid attention in art class about the color wheel and stuff, because I don't really know what this is going to look like, but just dipping that in there. Then, because I want to get real wild, I'm going to go ahead and dip into this shade right here. It's kind of a dark plum mauve shade. Just putting a little bit of that right in the yellow and orange. And because why not, I'm going to put a little bit of white. Maybe it will lighten up the shade. Dipping a little bit. It's kind of a satisfying feeling when you scrape into it. It just feels like super smooth. I like it. Then I'm going to, this is what it looks like right here. Taking the makeup brush, and we're going to blend this together. It turned out to be a dark coral shade. Kind of looks like the other shade that we made, but it has more peachy tones to it. I'm obsessed with this palette. Absolutely obsessed. I haven't even put it on my lips yet, and I'm obsessed. Actually, let's do that now. Let's go ahead and take the first shade I made and put it on my lips. That way we can see like the consistency and stuff. It honestly feels like the liquid lipsticks in her containers or the bottles, just not as drying. I'm obsessed. It's super easy to go on. It's more of a creamy matte rather than just super matte. It doesn't feel drying. It feels super comfortable. This shade is absolutely gorgeous. Powder up my lips really quickly. Now for the next one that we did, this corally shade. Let me just wipe off the brush really quickly, so that way we don't get any of the other shade. Dipping into the coral shade, and I like how it doesn't dry super quick on the palette. I feel like if you used a liquid lipstick, like you know when you swatch a liquid lipstick on the back of your hand and it instantly dries, these are still movable. You can still put it on your lips, and mind you, they've been on the palette for a while. Look at that. Such a pretty corally shade. My only thing is, maybe I'm the only crazy one thinking this, but say I wanted to use this and I have a wedding to go to. Like for example, I am going to a wedding in June, but say I created this color and I wanted to use this after I ate. So am I supposed to take the whole palette with me and then try and remember what I mixed, or am I supposed to mix enough to last the whole night and then put it in a container? I mean, that's the only thing that kind of concerns me about this whole experience. I think it's an amazing idea, but then at the same time it's kind of like, okay, I'm in love with the color I just made. What did I just use? Or where am I supposed to put it? So I think that's my only concern with it, but other than that, I'm obsessed. We're going to mix now. Let's do a darker color. So I'm going to take this dark plum shade. It almost looks brown, but it has a little bit of purple in it. So let's go ahead and dip into this one. Looks like a dark raspberry purple shade. Yeah, you guys can see it's a dark purple shade. Then I want to mix this plum shade right here, raspberry plum shade. Into a little bit of the yellow, just to see what happens. I feel like this is so fun because you can just create, honestly, any color you want. The possibilities are endless. And because why not, dipping back into that crazy wild orange shade, the bright tangerine shade. I wish they kind of had names. I think it would be fun if they had names. So this is what I'm going to be mixing, and let's see what we created. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and try and do it like this. Plum shade, but not as dark. Look at that. Let's go ahead and swatch it. so pretty. Let's go ahead and put it on my lips. See how we like it. Can't get over how comfortable these are. Let's see if they're kiss proof. No. So they are transferable, which, I mean, it doesn't really bother me if lipsticks become transfer, because so that means when you eat or drink something or kiss somebody, it will transfer. Personally, what I really want to mix is the bright orange, the yellow, and the white. So first the bright orange, a little bit of the yellow, if you guys can see. Maybe a little bit more yellow, and then a little bit of white. And you know what? I am going to mix a little bit, just a tiny bit of the red. Mix it together. I don't really know where this accent is coming from. It's turning out to be a pretty orange, corally, more orange than anything, kind of a peachy lip shade, which is what I actually envisioned. Let's go ahead and swatch it. Yep, this is what I envisioned. Peachy corally shade. Let's try it on the lips. I thought it would have looked perfect with my background and my shirt. That, guys, completes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I highly recommend this lip palette. It's super fun to play with. You can just mix and match and just create your own lip colors. Like, who wouldn't want to do that? You can pretend you're in your own little makeup lab if you really wanted to get wild and crazy. But this is such a good concept. Highly recommend it. Especially if you're a freelance makeup artist. This is going to be your best friend, your homegirl when you're doing your clients. For sanitary reasons too, I feel like this is a lot easier to kind of clean. And the only thing I kind of have to complain about is, okay, say I like this lip color and you're going out. Do I make enough and put it in a container to take with me? Do I take the whole palette with me and then the mixer and just the whole 9 yards and just remix the whole shades again? That's the only thing that's kind of like iffy, but I highly recommend it. It is a creamy matte finish. They are transfer proof. They're not kiss proof. You kiss somebody, it's going to come off. You drink or eat something, it's going to come off. But that really doesn't bother me. The texture of these are amazing. Just everything about this palette is amazing. You need it in your life. I came up with this super pretty corally shade, as you guys saw in the video. So if you did like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me comments down below. Everything you need to know, everything that's on my face will be listed down at the bottom bar, my social media, everything. Make sure you follow me on those, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.